Elon Musk's tenure as a government advisor under President Donald Trump has come to an abrupt conclusion, marking a significant turning point in his relationship with the administration. Once hailed as a transformative figure within the White House, Musk is now stepping back to focus on his various business ventures, citing growing disillusionment with the challenges posed by Washington's bureaucratic landscape. In a statement posted on X, Musk expressed gratitude to Trump for the opportunity to contribute to what he described as efforts to reduce wasteful spending. However, his recent criticisms of key Trump legislative initiatives have underscored a growing rift between the two power players. During his time in government, Musk had taken on the ambitious role of spearheading the Department of Government Efficiency DOGE, an initiative aimed at overhauling federal spending. Yet, his efforts were met with formidable resistance and ultimately fell short of expectations. Musk's departure comes on the heels of his vocal disappointment regarding a substantial domestic policy bill that Trump championed. Musk accused the legislation of exacerbating the national deficit, asserting that it undermined the very work of DOGE. "I was disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit," he remarked in an interview, highlighting a growing divergence in priorities between himself and the administration. This sentiment was echoed by some Republican lawmakers who also voiced skepticism about the bill's fiscal implications. The billionaire's influence in Washington was palpable at the outset of his tenure as he embarked on an aggressive campaign to slash federal expenditures, initially targeting a staggering $2 trillion in cuts. However, as time wore on, that target diminished significantly, and Musk found himself increasingly frustrated by the entrenched interests within the federal bureaucracy. "The federal bureaucracy situation is much worse than I realized," he admitted to the Washington Post, reflecting on the uphill battle he faced in trying to implement his vision. Despite his efforts, Musk's relationship with the administration has soured, characterized by tension and disagreements with cabinet officials. His previous standing as a close ally of Trump, who once referred to him as a truly great American, appears to have shifted significantly. The once prominent role Musk played in shaping Trump's policy agenda has been diminished, culminating in a series of public criticisms that have raised questions about the strength of their alliance. His exit was made public shortly after it was revealed that he had not fulfilled a promised $100 million contribution to Trump's political operations, further fueling speculation about the state of their partnership. While Musk remains on amicable terms with Trump, the billionaire's frustrations with the political process have prompted him to refocus his energies on his companies, including Tesla and SpaceX. As Musk transitions back to his entrepreneurial pursuits, he has pledged to devote more time to his core businesses, stating back to spending 24/7 at work. His recent projects, including the test flight of SpaceX's Starship, highlight his commitment to innovation and exploration, with Musk asserting that he is eager to return to what he does best, advancing technology and ambitious space endeavors. Looking ahead, Musk's departure from the Trump administration signals a potential shift in the political landscape, particularly as he continues to navigate the complex interplay between business interests and governmental politics. As he focuses on his next ventures, the question arises: how will Musk's experiences in Washington inform his future endeavors, and what ripple effects might his criticisms have on Trump's legislative ambitions moving forward? The coming months will likely reveal not only the evolution of Musk's role in the tech industry but also the lasting impact of his brief yet tumultuous involvement in U.S. politics. Elon Musk, the billionaire tech entrepreneur known for his ventures with Tesla and SpaceX, has officially concluded his role within the Trump administration, marking the end of a controversial tenure that has reshaped U.S. government operations. Musk's departure from the Department of Government Efficiency DOGE comes amid a backdrop of significant budgetary cuts and widespread criticism of his methods and agenda. Musk's involvement with DOGE, which he helped establish following President Trump's election victory, has been characterized by aggressive initiatives aimed at reducing federal spending and streamlining government operations. Under his leadership, DOGE implemented measures that included offering federal employees significant severance packages to encourage voluntary resignations and placing workers at the U.S. Agency for International Development (USAID) on administrative leave. In his farewell post on the social media platform X, Musk expressed gratitude to Trump for the opportunity to reduce wasteful spending, emphasizing that the DOGE mission would continue to evolve as a permanent fixture within the government. The DOGE mission will only strengthen over time as it becomes a way of life throughout the government, he wrote. His tenure resulted in an estimated savings of $175 billion, an achievement touted by administration officials as a hallmark of efficiency in a typically bureaucratic environment. However, Musk's methods and the initiatives of DOGE have not been without controversy. His approach to workforce reductions led to an estimated 260,000 jobs being cut from a federal workforce of approximately 2.3 million. Some of these cuts faced legal challenges, with judges intervening to temporarily halt mass layoffs, highlighting the contentious nature of the department's operations. Musk himself acknowledged the backlash, stating that DOGE had become a whipping boy for broader criticisms of the administration's policies. The departure of a high-profile figure like Musk raises questions about the future of DOGE and its initiatives. According to a senior White House official, the agency will continue to function as it has, with an ongoing commitment to identifying and eliminating waste, fraud, and abuse in government spending. The work DOGE has done to eliminate government waste and corruption is among the most valuable services ever rendered to government, the official remarked, suggesting a continuity of purpose even in Musk's absence. Musk's exit also coincides with his increasing focus on his corporate responsibilities, particularly as Tesla grapples with a significant decline in sales and mounting criticism from activists. The electric vehicle manufacturer reported a 13% drop in sales during the first quarter of the year, causing stock prices to fluctuate dramatically. Amidst these pressures, Musk indicated that he would be directing more of his attention back to Tesla and its operations. As the Trump administration continues to navigate its second term, the implications of Musk's departure and the ongoing efforts of DOGE will be closely monitored. With Musk's controversial tenure now concluded, observers are left to ponder how the agency will adapt and evolve in its mission to reform government efficiency, and whether it can maintain the momentum generated during his time at the helm. The future of DOGE remains uncertain, but its foundational goals appear set to endure as a key aspect of the administration's agenda. And an exciting development for both Tesla enthusiasts and investors. CEO Elon Musk announced that the company is gearing up for the launch of its much-anticipated robotaxi service in Austin, Texas, set to commence on June 12, 2025. This initiative marks a significant milestone in Tesla's ongoing efforts to revolutionize transportation and solidify its position in the rapidly evolving autonomous vehicle market. Tesla's foray into autonomous ride-sharing has been a long-time ambition for the company, with Musk indicating that the robotaxi service has already undergone several days of testing without drivers. This pilot phase suggests that Tesla is confident in its full self-driving FSD technology, which has been a focal point of the company's development strategy. Musk stated, "We are excited about our progress and believe that we are on the brink of launching a service that will redefine urban mobility." The timing of this launch comes at a moment when Tesla's stock is experiencing fluctuations amidst broader market trends. As of May 29, 2025, shares of Tesla Nasdaq TSLA were trading at approximately $362.80, reflecting a modest 1.65% increase. Analysts attribute this rise to Musk's renewed focus on Tesla, which has sparked optimism among investors. According to Parkev Tatevasian, a financial analyst at The Motley Fool, Musk's commitment to enhancing Tesla's operational focus is pivotal for investor confidence, especially as the company prepares to unveil groundbreaking services like the robotaxi. In tandem with Tesla's developments, Nvidia has also made headlines by announcing that it is at the forefront of what it describes as the next trillion-dollar industry. The semiconductor giant is heavily investing in artificial intelligence and autonomous vehicle technologies, which are expected to drive significant growth in the coming years. Nvidia's advancements are pivotal for companies like Tesla, as they provide essential technology for the development of self-driving capabilities. The anticipated launch of the robotaxi service is poised to have a profound impact on the automotive industry and urban transportation models. With electric vehicles already gaining traction, the addition of autonomous driving technology could further accelerate the shift towards sustainable transportation solutions. If successful, Tesla's robotaxi could disrupt traditional ride-hailing services and redefine personal mobility, remarked an industry analyst. Investors are keenly watching these developments, as the success of the robotaxi service could lead to increased revenues for Tesla and potentially elevate the company's market valuation. As Musk hinted, the implications of this service extend beyond mere profitability. They could represent a paradigm shift in how urban travel is conceived and executed. While challenges remain, including regulatory hurdles and consumer acceptance of autonomous vehicles, the momentum is unmistakable. The coming weeks will be critical as Tesla prepares for its launch, and the outcomes could set the stage for broader adoption of autonomous technologies. As the industry evolves, all eyes will be on Tesla and its competitors, making for an exciting time in the realm of transportation technology and the ever-evolving world of space exploration. SpaceX has recently found itself at a critical juncture following the failure of its third consecutive Starship mission. This latest test flight, which took place on May 27, 2025, has reignited discussions about the feasibility of Elon Musk's ambitious plans to send humans to Mars and establish a sustainable presence in space. With hopes high for a successful launch, the mission saw the Starship rocket separate from its Super Heavy booster, only to spiral out of control shortly thereafter. Elon Musk's Starship system, the most powerful rocket ever built, has been plagued by setbacks. This recent test flight marked a significant moment in SpaceX's timeline, as it achieved what had previously eluded the company: the successful use of a previously flown booster in reaching orbit. However, this triumph was overshadowed by what SpaceX described as a rapid unscheduled disassembly, a euphemism for the rocket's disintegration during descent. SpaceX commentator noted during the live broadcast, "We've essentially lost our attitude control with Starship," highlighting the technical challenges that continue to beset the ambitious project. Despite these failures, experts recognize that each test provides valuable data that SpaceX can analyze to improve future missions. Dr. Jonathan McDowell, an astronomer at the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics, reflected on the flight's trajectory, stating that the craft successfully got all the way through its orbit insertion, although problems began to surface when contact with the booster was lost. The inability to maintain the Starship's orientation during its orbital phase ultimately led to its catastrophic demise. SpaceX operates on a philosophy of fail fast, learn fast, which has historically driven innovation within the company. However, as Dr. Leonani Alcancel from the University of Birmingham pointed out, the stakes for Starship are significantly higher than previous projects like the Falcon 9, both in terms of cost and objectives. The potential for human missions to Mars introduces unprecedented risk, raising concerns about whether safety and reliability are being prioritized sufficiently in the development process. Looking to the future, the urgency of SpaceX's mission aligns with NASA's broader objectives, particularly in regards to the Artemis program, which aims to establish a sustainable lunar presence. Yet the timeline for crewed missions remains uncertain. Dr. McDowell warned that it could take several more years before Starship is ready for human spaceflight, potentially complicating NASA's plans. Despite recent setbacks, some analysts remain cautiously optimistic about SpaceX's prospects. Dr. McDowell noted, "If they get it to work, and they have to get it to work, that will cement their position as the industry leader. There remains a competitive landscape in commercial spaceflight with rivals like Blue Origin and emerging players from China, but SpaceX continues to pioneer efforts on a scale that few are attempting." As SpaceX prepares for its next endeavor, including a planned GPS-3 satellite launch for the U.S. military on May 30, the company must navigate the challenges of its Starship program while continuing to deliver on its commitments to national security and commercial ventures. The path ahead is fraught with uncertainty, but the potential for significant breakthroughs in space exploration remains tantalizingly close. As the industry watches closely, the next steps for SpaceX will undoubtedly be crucial in determining not just the fate of the Starship program, but also the future of human space exploration itself. In a significant development on Wall Street, financial institutions have successfully offloaded approximately $13 billion in debt associated with Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter, a move that underscores the volatility and risks tied to high-profile tech investments. The debt initially incurred when Musk took control of the social media platform in late 2022 had become a burden as market conditions shifted and the company's financial performance faltered. The transition of this massive debt package has been marked by a complex negotiation process among various financial entities. According to sources familiar with the situation, major banks involved in the original financing, including Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley, have been working diligently to find buyers for the debt instruments. The urgency of this sale was heightened by Twitter's declining revenue and ongoing operational challenges, which have made the debt less attractive to potential investors. Musk's purchase of Twitter, valued at around $44 billion, was initially heralded as a bold move that would transform the platform. However, the reality has proven more complicated. As user engagement fluctuated and advertisers hesitated, Twitter's revenue streams dwindled, adversely affecting its valuation and increasing the pressure on lenders. The deal became a hot potato, noted one investment banker involved in the negotiations. No one wanted to be stuck holding it as the market turned. The offloading of this $13 billion debt has significant implications for both the tech sector and the broader financial landscape. Investors are now observing how this situation will affect Musk's other ventures, including Tesla and SpaceX. Analysts suggest that the debt's successful sale may stabilize Twitter's financial situation long enough for the company to pivot its strategy and regain footing in a competitive social media market. Moreover, this development coincides with Musk's broader efforts to reposition himself in the public eye. With speculation surrounding his leadership style and decision-making processes, the offloading of Twitter's debt could be seen as a strategic move to alleviate some of the scrutiny he faces from investors and the public alike. In light of these changes, industry experts are closely monitoring Twitter's next steps. The platform's management is reportedly exploring new revenue models and partnerships to revitalize its financial health. As Musk continues to navigate the complexities of running a global social media platform, the outcomes of these financial maneuvers will be pivotal in shaping Twitter's future. As the tech landscape evolves, observers remain curious about how Musk's decisions will impact not only Twitter but also the broader social media ecosystem. With the potential for new strategic initiatives on the horizon, the next few months will be crucial for both Musk and Twitter as they seek to redefine their roles in an ever-changing digital world. In a remarkable display of investor confidence, Elon Musk's neurotechnology venture Neuralink has successfully raised $600 million, propelling its valuation to an impressive $9 billion. This funding round marks a significant milestone for the company, which is at the forefront of developing brain-computer interface (BCI) technologies. The news of this influx of capital, first reported by Semaphore, underscores a growing enthusiasm for the BCI sector, which is witnessing a wave of financial support from investors eager to capitalize on the potential of neurotechnology. Neuralink's meteoric rise in valuation is striking, particularly when compared to its $3.5 billion valuation just 2 years ago, following a $280 million funding round in 2023. The latest funding surge comes on the heels of notable achievements in clinical trials, where Neuralink successfully implanted its brain chips in 3 human patients as part of its ongoing PRIME clinical trial. These pioneering implants have shown promise in restoring communication and mobility for individuals with severe disabilities, marking a significant step in the practical application of BCI technology. Musk's ambitions for Neuralink extend beyond mobility restoration. The company has recently announced plans to launch its first clinical trial in the Middle East at the Cleveland Clinic, Abu Dhabi, which signals its commitment to expanding its reach into new markets. Furthermore, Neuralink is preparing to initiate trials for its blindsight implant, an experimental device designed to restore vision to individuals who are blind. Having received FDA breakthrough device designation, Musk has expressed optimism about the potential impact of blindsight, stating it could enable even those who have been blind since birth to see for the first time. Despite the promising developments, experts caution that Neuralink has a long journey ahead before its products become widely available to consumers. Competing in a burgeoning market filled with well-funded rivals such as BlackRock Neurotech and Precision Neuroscience, Neuralink's success may hinge on the company's ability to navigate regulatory hurdles and clinical trial challenges. The so-called Elon Musk effect could play a crucial role in sustaining investor interest and confidence, as many look to Musk's track record of innovation and disruption as a beacon for future advancements. As Neuralink continues to push the boundaries of neurotechnology, the implications of its work are profound. If successful, its advancements could redefine how society approaches neurological disorders, offering hope to millions affected by disabilities. The recent funding round not only reflects the current excitement surrounding BCI technology but also sets the stage for future developments that could alter the landscape of healthcare and human capability. Looking ahead, the trajectory of Neuralink will be closely watched by both investors and industry observers as it navigates the complexities of clinical trials and strives to bring its groundbreaking technologies to market. The excitement surrounding its ambitious goals is palpable, and as advancements continue, the potential for transformative change in the realm of brain-computer interfaces becomes ever more tangible.